It's time to dive into the interactive segment where your voice matters. Do well to pick up your phones and call in to share your thoughts on the topic we'll be discussing this morning. Now, today we turn our attention to the rising diplomatic tension in West Africa, a situation unfolding between Nigeria and the alliance of military-ruled nations in the Sahel. Now, just days after Nigeria helped fuel a coup attempt in the Benin Republic, a move many observers say prevented the Benin government from falling and possibly joining the Sahel Confederation. Now, Burkina Faso has announced the detention of 11 Nigerian military officers and the seizure of a Nigerian Air Force C-130 transport aircraft. Now, according to the Alliance of Sahel States, a bloc made up of Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, the aircraft crossed their airspace without authorization and was forced to land in Bobo Dioulasso following what they described as an in-flight emergency. Burkina Faso says all personnel on board are now in custody while an investigation is ongoing. The junta has also placed its air defense systems on a maximum alert, insisting that their sovereignty was violated and warning that future incursions may be neutralized. The development comes at a time when relations between ECOWAS and the breakaway Sahel states remain brittle. Nigeria, under President Bola Tinubu, led the charge in mobilizing forces to stabilize Benin, raising the question many are now asking: was Nigeria right to intervene? Did the move escalate regional tension, or could non-action have led to a wider continental security threats? This morning, we open our phone lines to you, our viewers. Benin Failed Coup. Was Nigeria right, to step in? Is this a necessary show of regional leadership, or could it drag Nigeria into a dangerous confrontation with neighboring military regimes already calling our actions unfriendly? We want to hear your thoughts this morning. The phone lines are open. Do well to call us in. You can also send us a WhatsApp message just in case you would not be able to reach out, get us via phone call. Was Nigeria right to intervene in the alleged coup that happened over the weekend? Hauwa, I know, we have spoken about this even behind cameras, yes, and then before we started,
at the beginning of the show.
So I would still, put this out to you. What is your take concerning the intervention of Nigeria in the coup that happened over the weekend? I mean, there are lots of criticism concerning this, but I know before you would want to say something, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Abasekong calling from Gombe.
Good morning,
Abasekong. Thank you for joining us.
All right. This is a very difficult one. Where was Nigeria right in stepping in? Yes. The role of Nigeria in West Africa, is not something that needs to be do away with. You remember, Nigeria has been in the vanguard of South Africa, Zimbabwe, several other countries, Angola, Namibia, even in, Liberia. So, what I want us to understand is that life changes very quickly in a very positive way if we let it be. Remember that Nigeria plays a key role in international community. And when we say security, what is security? Security is the due enforcement of law and order. All precautionary measures taken to protecting life and property. Your phone is to be protected. My rights are to be protected. That is the basic functions of security. We have functions, and we have several classified reasons for where security needs to be protected. Personally, like myself, I have a property in Zambia. So, and then when that coup was going on, some of us, we have one or two information. Why does it need for the federal government to intervene? Because life and property will be tampered with. There are some innocent people that will be passing and they will be killed. And the shift in ensuring that those coup plotters were dismantled was a very welcome one. I want to give you an example of myself. When Babangida was about to be overthrown, we were guiding very close to Dodam Barrack. And that very day, I did not go to work. My colleagues that were in the federal radio, what happened? They wanted to kill them. It was Oka that saved them. So they were even telling me, why didn't I come to work? My instincts just told me not to go to work that day. And then those people were beaten, they were manhandled, almost killed. If not for the intervention of Oka, they would have been killed.
All right.
So what am I saying now? What I'm saying is that our plane that has been seized and our soldiers that are there, diplomatically, the federal government should do something about it. Because those people, they are at threat now. They must put all their machinery at alert because they know that something else might happen. So even we now, we must be at alert. Look at the Israelites. They call their reserve. Why can't we call our reserve?
All right, thank you very much, Basenkong, for that. So much insight. But the question you asked earlier about my perspective, well, I always say there are different perspectives to whatever issue that there is. On one hand, it is a call from Benin Republic to Nigeria to bring aid in making sure that the sanctity of democracy is restored. Exactly, restored and kept as well. On another end, a lot of Nigerians and critics as well would say, why? Why use resources that is really needed in the country? Why use resources that is needed by the people of Nigeria when the people of Nigeria are dying, when the people of Nigeria are being killed, when the people of Nigeria are being kidnapped, when the people of Nigeria are being extorted of their hard-earned money?
And asking
absolutely. So if we do have that much resources when it comes to security, and a lot has been spent on insecurity in Nigeria. So why wouldn't Nigerians reap the benefit of those funds that have been spent in Nigeria?
Absolutely. I looking at the comments on social media, I would agree that the help from Nigeria to Benin, on one hand, some people say Nigeria has the right to act on that, being that, it's a neighboring state, the ECOWAS membership.
It is known that Nigeria does give aid to countries when military aid.
Yes, we have seen it, during, I think, in the 1990s when Nigeria gave out aid to Sierra Leone. But then we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Hauwa from Bagudu.
Please, can you kindly speak up and be a bit audible so we can hear you?
Okay. I say my name is Lawan from Kogi State.
Good morning,
Lawal. Go ahead with your thoughts.
The usual, why you are talking, I want to ask you one thing, that in Nigeria, we don't have any leader. Because of, if there is leader, all this place why they are kidnapping all of us here, we have a little place why those people they are enter, and then we are with soldiers here. And then we know the place why they will not follow the hunter with them. Why did they come do like that, madam?
All right, we're here trying to figure out a lot of things when it comes to Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians would be confused about different aspects when it happens.
Yeah, when it comes to this
hopefully we would get clarity at the end of the day.
Absolutely. The phone lines are still open and the numbers are displayed on your screen. You can call us in or send us a WhatsApp message. And please, when you do call in, as the rule of engagement, do well to turn down the audio of your TV set and be audible so we can hear you clearly. We're having a conversation conversation, it's only right for you to, follow the rules of engagement so that we can have a clear conversation this morning. So do what, call us in. And the topic still remains Benin Failed Coup. Was Nigeria right to step in? We've had different perspective on this matter, but then we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in.
Hello.
What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning.
I'm calling from Edo State. How, Chief?
What is your name?
My name is Chief Otobo.
Thank you for calling
from Edo
in.
State, Usman. I'd like to contribute to this conversation.
Go ahead with your thoughts.
You see, one thing I want this country to know, it's not everything your country do you always criticize. There are things your country do, you praise them. Because we have a lot of Nigerians in Benin Republic. And again, they should know that we are fighting insurgency, who they normally come from those other bordering countries, from wherever, Nigeria or Benin Republic. Those are the people we are facing. And if this coup is coming out now, Nigeria did not intervene immediately to make sure we save our people there, the thing may extend to us. And you find that the business Nigeria has in Benin Republic, with their families and all that, they will not be safe. Because when we allow the coup to happen, we don't know the extent the coup will get to. So based on that, it's better we intervene immediately to save our people there. It's not just to save Nigeria Republic families, all the people there. Maybe one day we may ask them for help to come and help us to solve our problem here. So we must be our brothers' keepers. Let us not always criticize our government. Let us not always have negative thinking about our government. Because when a man always have negative thinking, it is always have negative things. So we pray for Nigeria.
All right.
For us to have whatever any good things we want. So let us not have negative thinking about our country. Thank you very much.
Thank
you so much for calling in. It's really interesting,
when point out a lot of things at this point.
At this point, but it's very interesting to hear different perspectives, from different callers when we have interesting topics like this.
That is why the floor is always open to hear your voices. Your voice does matter. But one thing that I'd like to be clarified is it is very important to ask questions. It is very important to probe. It is very important to ask for answers for actions that have been taken, especially when it comes to the country and especially when it relates to, other things that affects Nigerians as well. So I'd like to hear what you have to say on that.
Well, sorry, we have another caller on the line. I mean, the viewers are itching to give out their perspective. Good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where you're calling from? And please turn down the audio of your TV set. I can hear myself.
Lagos.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trust TV, for giving us this ample opportunity to say our mind regarding the national issues. Thank you once again. To me, Nigeria not just intervene in Benin just because they want to intervene.
Sorry, before you go ahead, can we have your name and location, please?
Yeah, I said you are on to SMB calling from Lagos.
All right, thank you for calling in, SMB. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. So it's a right thing, just like I said, it's not just because they want to intervene. There is a call from the Benin Republic, and that Nigeria has to at least act, and that is a good thing to do. Remember, this is not the first time. Nigeria play a vital role when it comes to African nation, especially in peacekeeping and so on and so forth. If you go back to history, in 1964, Nigeria helped restore law and order in what they call Tanzania today, which at that time it was Tanganyika. So if you go back to history, you see that. And then just for present 2027 in Gambia, when Yahya Jammeh refused to step down after when he lost an election. Now, just of recent, we witnessed the Benin Republic. Apart from then, if you go through the antecedents of Nigerian peacekeeping mission, you will see Nigeria have done wonders. So like the previous caller mentioned, yeah, there are some certain things we must appreciate our government, because Nigeria is the giant of Africa, and we have all what it takes. We have the resources, we have the potentials. So the issue now is, I think, in our own case, why people will be complaining we are facing cases, challenges, but we are going outside and helping others. Yeah, there are some certain things we need to put in place. Like I always mention, communication is the key. So we have all the structures. We have the national security structure. We have the NIA, we have the DIA, we have the DSS, we have the police force, we have the Navy, we have the Army, we have in fact, like I made mention, maybe there are things we lack in the system, starting from the administration angle to the strategic and the operational angle. So they must sit down together and do the needful. I think we have all the potentials. We have the manpower, we have the resources. So what are we waiting for? So we need to change the entire system. Surveillance is the key. Communication is another key. So there is gap of communication between the government and the public. There is gap of communication between the operational officers and the high-ranking officers. There is lack of intra-communication between the security structure. So all those gaps need to be bridged, at least, so that we can be able to get things right. Otherwise, we keep on going in this present predicament, which I don't pray for. I hope and pray the security agencies will do the needful, at least, to do away with this menace in our society. Thank you very much. I remain SMB from Lagos.
Thank you, SMB, for calling in this morning and sharing your thoughts. I mean, it's been a while we heard from SMB. He used to be a regular caller on Daybreak. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. All right, the phone lines are still open and the numbers are displayed on your screen, as well as your WhatsApp messages will be read out live here this morning. Hauwa?
Yes, we have a message from Usman Santaraki from Jamaica, Yola. He says, good morning, anchors. I don't subscribe to Nigeria stepping in the coup that took place in Benin Republic. Even though Nigeria is called the giant of Africa, the plotters of coup in Benin Republic know fully the reason why they staged the coup, which was foiled by the army loyal to the current president with the tactic support of Nigeria, led by President Bola Tinubu. My perspective is that it's not right for Nigeria to step in Benin with the daunting challenges facing the country, with insecurity at the front burner, with banditry, kidnapping for ransom, and yet the government failed to bring succor and remedy the situation, only for the government to step in the coup in Benin Republic. Have a nice day, Hauwa and co-host. Thank you very much, Usman Santaraki.
All right, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Daniel.
Good morning, Daniel. Thank you for calling in. Please be a bit audible so we can hear you.
It's okay. I'm calling from Jalingo.
All right, thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
What Benin does, just like the previous caller said, Benin does the right thing. My own pick of point here is that the president of Benin knows the right button to press. The country is falling down. He knows it. He called for help. For Nigeria to step in is a nice one. Kudos to Tinubu. But on this aspect, our own president failed to press the right button concerning our own issues here in Nigeria. That is my point here. Because Nigeria is falling now. US has identified that this country is going down. President Tinubu pressed the right button, allow these people to come and help us, just like the president of Benin Republic pressed the right button and you went in and helped the matter. We have our own issue here. Please, he should also press the right button for our own case here in Nigeria. That is a simple message for my president this morning. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution this morning. Well, the phone lines are still open and the numbers are displayed on your screen. do what, call us in and share your thoughts. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. Now let's take another WhatsApp message, and this one is from Yakubu Ibrahim CD. He's sending it in from Makarfi in Kaduna State, and it says, good morning. Though I am not a legal practitioner, but from my personal thought, I think Nigeria's intervention in the Benin Failed Coup is appropriate and requires our total support to Mr. President. However, if we can act this quickly and succeed, I have not seen any reason on why we cannot bring to an end the Boko Haram, banditry, kidnapping, and IPOB problems. May God help us. Thank you for sending in your message, Yakubu.
All right. I believe we have another message from... all right, let's take another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for calling in. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Full Friday, calling from Abakaliki, Abon State.
All right, go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay. What the president did is somehow right, because helping your neighbor is very good. But one thing that I don't know that it was constitutionally responded or done, because I know that the law said that you must write to National Assembly before such a sovereign state. And then before I know within Nigeria territory, and before anything will be, before a president will respond to anything that is not outside the sovereign state, he has to write to National Assembly. But Nigeria is not what we are talking about. What we are talking about is what the president did is right. But he did well. But any other thing, we have to do something. We have to show the world that we are doing something according to the Constitution. That he has to write to National Assembly. So the National Assembly will be able to give his job with order. Because the president is not the only person running the government of Nigeria. They have to become National Assembly. Because those National Assembly are people representing us. Whatever they have given approval is what the Nigerian people have given approval. Not present here, at least doing it without consulting National Assembly. But his action is very, very right. To save people, save life. And as because it can even escalate what happens to what is happening in Benin, can even escalate to Nigeria. And they know that that's what president is trying to prevent. Because it's a very close area to Nigeria. But what they have to do is just to become National Assembly. So National Assembly give approval to act so that the country, outside the country, we know that our government is well organized, that we do something according to our constitution. That's my own input. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. We have another WhatsApp message right here from Sheriff Muhammad Siombola from Jigawa State. And he said, we need to recognize that Benin is a member of ECOWAS, and instability in any part of ECOWAS is a risk to the entire region. For the region to thrive, all member states need to be aligned, and it is ECOWAS's responsibility to ensure peace and stability across its members. Now, Nigeria, as one of the largest and most influential members of ECOWAS, has a crucial role in maintaining regional stability. Its intervention is aimed at preventing the coup in Benin from succeeding, protecting democratic governance, and ensuring that instability in one country doesn't spill over to the rest of the region. Now, by stepping in, Nigeria is not acting against Benin, but is defending the collective security and political integrity of West Africa. Thank you very much, Sheriff, for that.
All right, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Kinsley, calling from Lagos.
Thank you for calling in.
Go ahead, Kinsley.
Yeah, the move was very wrong move. The president went there for personal interest.
How so?
Are you telling me that the Kufis, yes, are you telling me that the Kufis, the army wants to take over to kill Nigerians in Benin Republic? Yeah? We had bandits taking over all the schools, kidnapping, doing other things. We didn't see any fighter jets there. Why Benin Republic? Now, some people said that Nigeria is giant of Africa. You said you are giant of Africa. You can't feed your children. Your children cannot go to school. And you call yourself giant. You have a right, even the mind to say you are giant. Your farmers cannot go to their farm and you still call yourself giant of Africa. I pray that the guys in the Burkina Faso, the 11 guys there, I wish the president there, the Burkina Faso president, would give them life imprisonment over there.
Okay,
thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for
and we were
calling
just
in.
speaking about the Benin Failed Coup,
Absolutely.
not Burkina Faso.
Yes. Okay, let's take another WhatsApp message from Nandi Better.
All right, we have a message from Umar Isa at this point, and he says, good morning. This is Umar Isa from Jimita. Yola Adamu. He says, Nigeria's intervention in Benin attempted coup is commendable, but it's vital we focus on strengthening our own backyard. Let's prioritize fixing Nigeria, building robust institutions, and delivering quality leadership. This will earn us the respect and credibility we seek wherever. Thank you very much.
Okay, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ade. I'm calling from London.
Good morning,
Good morning, Ade.
Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning.
Good morning.
I've listened to everyone that's spoken. SMB from Lagos, I think it is SMB.
Yes.
He spoke very well, very, very well. What he says, in fact, it's a good guy. He shows, anyway, it's in Lagos, so he must be watching one of my regular TV as well. We discussed this issue yesterday on that TV. You see, people who are blaming tinubu, they don't understand. Benin Republic has border that extends to Kebbi State. So if anything should happen in Benin Republic, you can imagine them flocking to Nigeria. When we have our own problem, we have our own issue already. So sending Nigerians there to help them is to help ourselves, not for anyone. Because Benin should break up, we'll be in trouble in Nigeria. Because everybody will be rushing. Up to Kebbi, they have the border. So Tinubu has done the right thing because that president requested for him. Ukraine and Russia that is fighting now, they just finished meeting in London yesterday. All our prime minister and France and Germany. And they said they will support Ukraine. Not because they want to support Ukraine, because they know Ukraine should fall. We're in trouble in Europe here. Russia is coming after us. So that's why they are doing it. They are doing it for themselves, not for Ukraine. So that's the same thing Tinubu is doing. He's helping Nigeria by doing this. Someone said they should have bombed it. Our own situation in Nigeria is totally different. He has sponsors. They have people that matter, that stop military from getting to kill these people. So where our own is political. So we can't compare with this one. So what Tinubu did is very good. To save Nigeria from any anarchy or whatever. Because of Benin Republic is so close to Nigeria, and we have so many tribes here from Nigeria that are in Benin. So we are interwoven. So what the man did was good. So let's be praying for our country. Now, this war in Nigeria is man-made war. So God will help us to solve it. These bandits, whatever they call it, God will help us to save the situation in Nigeria. Because it's not okay, because we are spending a lot of billions of naira, if not dollars. So that's my own view about it. So he did the right thing. God help Nigeria. Good morning. God bless my country, Nigeria.
Thank you, Ade,
Thank
for
you very much,
calling
Ade,
in.
for
We have
that.
another WhatsApp message from, Nandi Better from Ogoja. It says on the Benin Failed Coup, at a time when banditry, kidnapping and terrorism is making life terribly uncomfortable for citizens and government does not seem to have a solution, it is irritating for Nigeria to go all out to intervene in the internal affairs of Benin Republic. You can't put off the fire in your home, yet you mobilize to go and put off an inferno in some other person's house. The big brother role in Africa is fast becoming unreasonable. Going to feel a coup in Benin may have been a right step, but it was taken at the wrong time. I mean, Hauwa, when you, okay, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and
Hello,
where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jibril. I'm calling from Abuja.
Good morning.
All right, thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
What president do is good, but there's causes of that thing that happened there. What is the causes? Nigeria should better avoid it. If they don't avoid it, anyhow you do it will happen. How is he going to avoid it? By stopping corruption, by doing good election, by don't increase the salary, school fees, and paying loan. You understand? Some people give loan, and some people increase the salary for some people. You see? So all that thing should stop. That thing should be done. I stand by that.
All right, thank you very much for that. We have a message from Douglas from Ebonyi State, and he says it was not right for Nigeria to step in because due process was not followed. National assets were deployed and put to use outside of the country without approval from the National Assembly. Now, these assets are highly needed now to help tackle insecurity in the country. Let's be cautioned. Charity begins at home. May God help us. Good morning. Thank you very much, Douglas, for that.
All right, we have Shatima on the line. Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for calling in this morning. Hello, good morning, Shatima.
Shatima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Thank you for calling in. Good morning.
Thank you. Well, honestly speaking, I listened to the all contributors, and all of them, they have spoke well, and they have right to say whatever they want to say, which is true. Honestly speaking, to me, the way I look at it, those who are against, they are all right. And those who are in support, they are right. Because if your neighbor house is on fire, you have to start preparing your own property so that to safeguard your own house. What President did, I absolutely in support with him. But there is some adjustment. What are that adjustment? First and foremost, to me, you can keep your border intact, monitor your border, keep your border safe, for not anything to just come in. But initially we have made a mistake. Our immigrations, our customs, they have become loose. They allowed our country to become a dumping ground for weapons and ammunition. That's why we are in a trouble today. Our borders need to be safe and kept. And also, if you are going to that country, you go under the umbrella of ECOWAS, not to go for yourself as a country. To me, I look at it as you are intruder. You go under the umbrella of ECOWAS. You make sure that your two houses, Senate and Rep, give you that mandate. Then you go. That's the way I look at it, under Democrat government. So, and also, those who are criticizing, as I said, they are right. Why did I say so? Because your house is on fire. You do not put your house in order. So many things is happening, and you jump somewhere. Why keep your house intact? During other governments that they have been going for that peacekeeping, as then our country was the security of our country was intact. So you should try and fix the problem of your country before you go further. But honestly speaking, as others have been saying, it's true we have large concentration of our people in the Benin and who are Nigerians. And we will not be keeping our hands closed and see them be killed.
Right, I think we lost the Shatima there.
But thank you very much for your contributions, as always. Now, looking at this, we've heard different perspectives when it comes to it. Oh no, Nigeria is part of the ECOWAS, Benin is part of the ECOWAS, so it is part of a semblance of their duty to come through for Benin Republic. But then at the end of the day, on the other hand, resources that are meant to one thing one caller said was we have fighter jets that are needed, and why wouldn't it be used and utilized in making sure that we go guns blazing and annihilate or take out all those that are causing havoc in the country when it comes to insecurity.
Absolutely. So we've come to the end of the segment. Thank you to everyone who called in and also sent in their WhatsApp messages. We'll take a short breather now, and when we come back, we'll dive into our discussion segment. And this morning, we'll be revisiting the PDP crisis. Wike faction moves to conduct parallel Congress convention. Do stay with us.